Okay. I'm not sure if this mic works or not. If it does, please let me know. And I guess when I check stuff behind the scenes and make sure we good, we'll start things off with. I'll probably explain my rankings first off with D sides. Okay, cool. All right, let me actually. Meow, forgot the way. Man, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? All right, cool. Okay, so I wanted to first off explain my reasonings for these rankings here. I'm gonna start off. I want to start off with the bottom. Oh, actually, let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna start from the bottom here. Now, the reason why I have Soft as my least favorite song in this mod, and not like anything else, it's mostly because they don't really do what I was like. They don't really do what the original does. They went for like a more, I guess, goofy kind of like goofy, spooky vibe, which makes sense. I don't blame them for doing that, but the execution is not. The execution isn't really well done. I mean, for starters, that instrumental is, I could say, wacky, to say the least. But there's a lot of changes in the instrumental that don't really sit well with me. I mean, the vocals are pretty good. Like, I would say the vocals are probably the best part. Those are probably like the biggest selling point. Like those actually make the song pretty good. But besides that, I'm not a big fan of how they redid South, mostly because of what they did with the instrumental and how I guess it's wacky. It's like a goofy instrumental, but it also is a bit, I guess. How do I explain that? Like I couldn't say lackluster, but I feel like that wouldn't be a good word for it. But like, I mean, I can't really put like a specific word on that is. But South just feels a bit, I guess, less, more. It's like it kind of has a different take on the original, which is fine. It's just the execution isn't for me. My shoulders are gonna kill me. Why is it? I was gonna say, why is it paused? All right. Yep. Same thing with Foolhardy, actually. Same thing with Foolhardy. I feel like, yeah, like sure you can do whatever you want with the retakes, but the execution was not for me. Like I don't know why, but that instrumental just did not click for me. Like it just, it just didn't feel right. It felt very messy to the point where I just did not like to hear it at all. But what the selling point was, again, was the vocals are immaculate. They sound great. If it wasn't for the vocals carrying this song, I probably would have had it in like D tier or something. But no, those vocals are pretty good. But besides that, I'm not a big fan of Foolhardy like that either. I mean, really, most of these C tiers are just songs I feel like they're not really better than the original. Like, I think either Milk or Too Slow was my favorite song in the D sides before the Redux came out. And I'm not gonna lie, the same thing with Milk. I feel like they made it more bland. It didn't really have the charm that was apparent in the older version of Milk, in my opinion. I feel like they just dumbed it down and made it so more so just like your average joke, like not joke song, but like your average goofy, hilarious, Like I don't know, man. I feel like they just did Milk dirty. I mean, that's literally mostly these C's. They're either just like boring, or that are they just mostly like toned down? Like the OGs was better. No, that's literally mostly of these. Now I could talk about. Let me see, because like that's the case for like Endless. I don't even think Performance. I don't think the Oracle guy songs got changed like that. Besides maybe the art, but like let me see, Performance, D Guy, Lore, like Performance and D Guy, they were pretty solid. I don't think they changed any most of it, which I honestly kind of like. But they're pretty solid songs. I just don't really care for them like that. Same thing, I guess. Same thing with Darnell. I feel like his was just okay. I don't really care for it that much. Ghastly was a big confusing one. Like Ghastly was very confusing. Like I I couldn't really like this one was a hard one to rank per se, mostly because I mean one it's an original song, so I guess that would help. But like on the other hand, Ghastly just feels like I mean I could just start with the instrumental for one. The instrumental is honestly pretty alright. It's pretty alright. Like I feel like I get what they're going for and I get the potential, but it's just all right in execution. Same thing with vocals. I feel like the vocals and instrumental are really good, like mixed, well done. But like besides that, I just it's all right. Now these are some hot takes apparently. Apparently, the Monster and Probable Outset and I think Boom Bash. I want to say I think Boom Bash, but those three are apparently like some of the like higher known songs in here. I think, but like in Probable Outset, mostly I feel like the instrumental is okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does what it does. It gets the job done. I feel like that's mainly it. But like the vocals are so good. Bro, Tricky actually sounds so goaded here. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm usually not a fan of Tricky per se. But I mean, maybe besides the original and besides like Band Buds is like more so changes on him. But like besides that, I just don't really care for Tricky like that. Mostly because I don't really like his vocals. But in here, they do a great, like incredible job with Tricky's vocals here. They sound absolutely wonderful. Now in Monster, I understand why it's very like highly known or highly requested, I guess. Like I see why, but it just doesn't really click to me. I mean, I am happy of the voice acting. I think Red TV did a great job voicing Monster. Like I feel like he actually put so much charm into him and put like so much character into him. But like besides that, I didn't really click with the lyrics too much either. Not that the lyrics are not well written; they're pretty well done. But like, it's just the I can't really say singing 'cause it's not really singing. It's more so of him like kind of talking, I guess, but in like the sinister voice, kind of like you know how in most monster songs. But like in this one, it just didn't really click to me. But like, it's not a bad song. I mean, the second half was very good though. The second half really ramped up. I'm gonna eat the fuck. You know what I mean? Like when I heard that, I was like, oh. As soon as I heard that, I figured that the song was gonna get better from there, and it did. It honestly goes hard. The second half of that song, perfection. But like, besides that, I don't really care for it. It's not really too bad. But now I can go into the B tiers now. Let me see. We'll start off with Dusk. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Dusk was also gonna be a C tier, cause like because at first like the instrumental at first before the little switch ups and stuff it was okay, it fit Sky I guess, or it fit this version of Sky. I don't know the name, but like it fit this version like pretty well I would say. But when it switched up to them trap segments, oh, I was it was so immaculate in my ears, bro. I genuinely wanted to hear more. I'm not gonna lie, those trap segments were very good, and like I really like the genre switches in the song. I really feel like they mixed that in very well, and it felt very well paced to where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is gonna be good. You know what I mean? So that's why it's in the bottom of B. You know, I feel it's not. I don't think it's really better than any of the ones over it, but it definitely is a decent song. You know what I mean? Like same thing with the vocals. I feel like the vocals are very good. The vocal for that version of Skies, I think it's pretty well done. Let's see, you got yeah, and was one of the ones where I was like, oh, the vocals are the best part. I'm not gonna lie, the vocals, these vocals are probably some of the best vocal usage I've ever heard in my life. Like I'm being so serious when I say Anne has some of the best vocal usage ever. Like some of the best vocals, period. I mean that genuinely. Like the vocals in this song, spectacular. I really love the chromatics. I really love the melodies. I really love how articulate everything gets at one point. Bro, it's so good. The instrumental also helps it along too. I feel like the instrumental, like like it's very well mixed. Like the instrumental is peak, the vocals is peak. You know what I mean? The vocals are very well done. You know, the instrumental is pretty good. It's pretty good, but like I mean, it's just I can't really say it's better than the ones I put over it though. But like it's a good song. I just don't. It's not that I don't click with it. I just don't see it over these. Same thing. Now I can't say same thing. Now for lore, I feel like lore is pretty good. It's pretty solid. I remember really liking like a specific part at one point. I think it was the second part, like the second half of the song, which is why I put it in B tier, if I remember correctly. Now, I really like the instrumental in this song, honestly. And then the same thing with the main melody. Yeah, that's what it is. The main melody and the instrumental were like the main two reasons why this song was in B tier. I mean, besides that, the song was pretty good in of itself. I just really loved the main melody, and I loved how the instrumental was, and I really love how, like, it's lore. I mean, I can't. Would I say it's better than the original? It depends. Like it's kind of an equal. It's honestly an equal, like a good. I would say a good substitute for the original lore. Like it's not. It didn't really do anything wrong. Didn't really do anything bad. I feel like it's pretty equal. I couldn't say it's over or under. Philly Nice was honestly a pretty solid one. Now I'm not gonna lie. At first, like when I heard like the weeks before Pico's, I was like, oh okay, oh they're gonna make Pico peak, and they sure did. But like Philly Nice, I feel like is a solid retake on it. Like I feel like they did it very well with the instrumental. You know what I mean? Stutter. I feel like Pico was handled very well in terms of vocal usage. Probably, I'd say probably has the like my favorite, I guess, instrumentals probably. Yeah, I feel like they took I feel like they used the Pico Week and Pico like Erect stuff and made it way better. Like I genuinely believe this week is like one of the best like remixes I've ever heard in my life, bro. And that's coming from a dude that really loves like what's a good remix here? Like Blammer from I believe it's called Retrined. But like Blammer is such a good remix to the original, bro. I feel they did their Thug Dizzle Pico. Execution, I feel like execution was pretty good. I would say I feel like the fact that Marco Antonio, this is like his first like composition, I guess I would say. I feel like that's probably the main reason why it's so high up is because of how well it was for his first song ever. For like his first song, this is surprisingly like a very good like first song. Like not only was like the instrumental very captivating, but the vocals really had this There's like this vibe, this energy to it almost, to where it literally did feel like a creepy, scary little movie almost. I was like, oh, like I honestly felt like I was being freaking captured by this huge Sonic the Hedgehog, by this huge hedgehog trying to, I don't know, freaking steal my brain. Probably like dice it up like onions and put it inside of this freaking flambe, which is full of straight just victims, bro. I don't freaking know. But like, I mean, besides that, that one was pretty good. Let me see. Now with Pico, same thing with Philly Nice. The instrumental was very well done, and I really love the vocal usage of Pico. I feel like that's pretty much it for that one. Can't really say much. I mean, same thing with Boyfriend. I feel like they did Boyfriend very well in that song, specifically Pico. I feel like they did Boyfriend really well in there. Now, Try Harder. Like, try, yeah, Try Harder. In my opinion, I feel like this one, like I prefer the old version. Like I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the old version of Try Harder, which was just too slow. But I preferred it over this, and like even then, it's in B tier. Like I honestly like this song. I do. But the thing that tones it down, because the instrumental is pretty solid, the vocals are pretty good. I really love Zephaniah. I believe his name is Zephaniah. I really like his voice. Now, the part that really toned this down for me was the lyric section. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't feel like they could. I don't think the extension, not that it was not necessary, I just don't feel like it works. And then like I don't know, because I feel like the old lyrics were more memorable in terms of this one. Not saying I can't really say that because of the like, it's this mod has been out for what, I don't know, like almost a week or two. But like I don't know. I just prefer the old lyrics. They felt more memorable, and they were like and they were shorter. Like in the notepad, theme song, freaking. Cause Pandora didn't listen. I'm floss in here with me. The scene's the last you'll ever see. You know what I mean? I feel like I would remember that more than the retake on that. Because the retake, they added like more stuff, and I low key, like, sure, well written by the way. Like the writers, they cooked. And oh yeah, same thing with how it was portrayed in voice acting wise. Really good job. But I just don't feel like the lyrics are that memorable enough to where I'm like, oh, all right, I like that. No, not really. But if it wasn't for that, I'd probably put this in A tier. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the lyrics section, and how they extended the lyrics like that. I'm not a big fan of it. Now, Bo Peep and Dad Battle, very good songs, very solid, like very very good, very solid takes on the original. I feel like they made Daddy Dearest sound so smooth. Like they made him legit sound like a smooth rock and roll, like some Bohemian Rhapsody type thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they did his take very well in terms of like smooth, like rock and roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they did him in his like superstar aesthetic really well in this mob. This like he's probably my favorite iteration of Daddy Dearest in my opinion. Like, and I know that at least in the thing, at least that Funkadelics isn't really taken well. But me personally, I love Daddy Dearest in the mind. I love Daddy Dearest in Funkadelics mostly because not only is he voiced by Jams DX, but mostly because I feel like they did his, I guess, part really well in terms of like being a overprotective dad that's looking over for his daughter, trying to make sure she don't get in trouble and stuff like that. I feel like they did that part really well. Like I feel like that fit him. But in terms of like superstar and like rock and roll, like like star aesthetic, you know what I mean? Like they did that part really freaking well. Like they did their thing in terms of Daddy Dearest, you know. And Bo Peep and Dad Battle are really good examples. The instrumentals are such a freaking vibe. Like they just sound so smooth. Like they just it feels like they sat there for like their entire freaking I don't know spring break and just started they just started freaking going crazy, bro. Just on smooth keyboards, freaking pianos, bro. I don't freaking know. Like they got a lot of inspiration. I'm assuming from like maybe like like 1990s, 2000s. Like it feels like something you would hear in like the 2000s. I don't know if that's just me, but like that. If I feel like you would hear this in like the early to mid 2000s, and I really love it for that. Now, Accelerate, I don't know about y'all, but I really like adore Accelerant. The instrumental, I feel like the instrumental wasn't I guess the instrumental was fine. I remember not really liking it. It's just the vocals, dog. I really adore the vocals, bro. Hank and Tricky probably have my favorite chromatics in this mod. I'm being so for real when I say that. Hank and Tricky both sound amazing, bro, and like I really love their takes on them too. Like they made them to actually sound, I don't know, listenable. Cause I mean Hank was good on his own by the way. Like, in terms of like the original Accelerant, I liked him in the original Accelerant. The original Accelerant is goaded. You know what I mean? But like they made him sound so much better. And with Tricky, they oh my god, they cooked with Tricky so hard. Like bro, they made him sound freaking immaculate, bro. They made him sound freaking beautiful, bro. Spectacular, amazing, well done. I really love his voice. I really love his, specifically like his low notes, cause bro, when he hits his like low notes, this man sounds so freaking deteriorating. Like this man sounds menacing, like demonic, bro, and I really love it for that. It's just it's such a good song. And then of course the voice acting very good, very good, very good, very good. And then like the song itself, it's peak. The instrumental is all right. I would say they could. I don't know. It felt both like it felt both not cluttered, but it felt both like a bit too I guess freaking Speedy Gonzalez in that song. But then at the same time, I feel like they could have added more. You know what I mean? It was both too fast and too empty, almost. But like in terms of vocals, they did so freaking well to where I was like, oh, okay, you know what? It deserves A tier. I really love those vocals. Well done. Fresh is just an all around good song, bro. Fresh is in of itself peak. Like, bro, like I said, my favorite iteration of DD is in this mod. This man, just the soup, it's just oh the rock and roll. It's like bro, I love this song mostly because of how much it captures his like his like part of being a retired superstar. I just love that for this bro. I just love this mod for how they treat DD as some like just like with that they take it more seriously and they put it so much in the songs to where I'm like yeah I was like bro when I heard this song I was oh yeah I thought this song was going to be like some of the best things I've heard in my life. Now I'm not saying D-Sides is bad or anything, I'm not saying that, but like I'd say that this mod is solid. It's not really for me per se, but like there are some good songs in here, which are mostly probably like anything after Try Harder are the songs that I would probably either listen to like on repeat or just replay it more than once, or just like songs that I know could be like some of the best songs in the FNF community. Period. Like I feel like they have that potential, bro. They did Dee Dee so well in this. Spookies is also a very, very good song. Like, bro, I was expecting Kid and Punk's Week to be such a good one, mostly because they made Spookies so much better. They made like one of the like, from like, I guess, the worst song in the OG bass gang, I guess, to just this. How do you improve that? How do you improve such a thing? You know, it's crazy. It's wild. I'll never understand that. But like, they did Spookies very well. I really, really admire the instrumental. Like, I really admire it. It feels so much like a goofy, happy, like spook, like it, with this spooky aesthetic, of course. But it's just very like hyper, like how a kid would be. So it fit him in like it fit him very well per se. I'll just say that. You know. Now let's see. Tutorial. Why is it the second best song in this? Genuine question. Why is Tutorial better than like over half of this OST? Why? Please answer that. Why is Tutorial better than better than all of these songs, bro? Bro, and there's like 25 to 30 songs in here. And Tutorial beats almost all of them. Bro, I first half it was just your regular Tutorial, the up, down, left, right. And speaking of which, the girlfriend voice actor, I'm a bit mixed on her, like her voice per se. Like it fits this version of girlfriend, I would say. I feel like they did well in terms of I would say I guess casting because I feel like that they fit that voice. But in terms of voice acting itself, I mean, it's solid, but it's not the best. I had like this little like I guess not argument, but I had this little like convo before where I was like, I feel like you know the female voice actors that we have in the FNF community. I feel like they have this thing where you know where this like I can't like it's like it feels almost low effort. I mean, besides people like Novasaur and Chibi Sprinkles, I feel like those two are probably the best two in terms of female voice acting or like girlfriend, I guess. But besides that, I haven't really heard a good, I guess, voice acting in terms of like female. I don't. I'm trying not to be. I don't know, like a weirdo or you know. I'm trying not to be, I guess, misogynistic. But did I even use that word correctly? Oh, but like. I just feel like in terms of female voice acting, it could be a bit better. I feel like they could put a little bit more oomph. You know what I mean? Like little more. I guess actual acting. I don't know. Like I feel like that's what it could be. I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but they just have that nuance. But like I don't know. Now, for my favorite song in this mod, it had to be Pico, didn't it? It sure is. It's Bland. Bland by I believe their name is XYY or XYZ. XYZ in the thing that I found the song for. But this song it is freaking amazing. The instrumental is so good. Bro, the instrumental is like such a bop. Like even by itself, like if you just isolate the vocals real quick and just listen to the instrumental by itself, you would still have such a good time. I feel like it fits so much. Like I feel like it could work for so many things in terms of how crazy the instrumental is. Like, bro, why is the instrumental this good? Why does it go this hard? No idea. In terms of vocals, also immaculate. Pico has his best melodies and his like best, I guess, like clash with boyfriend in this song right here. This is his best usage in this song right here. It's freaking amazing. Like they go at it, and I mean it, and it's awesome, bro. Like so serious. It's such a bop. Like with boyfriend, I feel like that's his best here as well in terms of this mod. Bro, his melodies are such ear candy. Like, oh my god, this song was so well done, bro. Like, I need more retakes or remixes like this. Like for example, my favorite remix of Spooky Mix is Philly Nice. Like for example, Philly Nice is also a great example of a good like peak remix or retake on Pico. Like bro, why are they making the Pico remixes such freaking peak, dog? Why? What's going on? But like in terms of Pico, in terms of this mod, and in terms of the songs, the best song for me is Blamed and D sides. It's just freaking good. Now, I feel like I've explained enough since I feel like I explained this very well. So what I'm gonna do now, let's see, I don't know. Should I what should I rank first? Like, should I rank Cartoon Cat or Funkin' Remnants first? Because I know both are very lengthy mods, I guess. Like they're both, I believe, about an hour long, or very much. No, wait, both very longer than that. But they're like about an hour and a half, maybe 45 minutes. Freak, I don't know. Ugh. I feel like Funkin' Remnants. I know it's very recent. I feel like that one would probably work better, considering that's like I guess the hype right now. I don't freaking know. But I don't know about you. I don't know, but like I should probably just rank Funkin' Remnants first, and then we'll just go from there. We'll do the Cartoon Cat one after. Let me actually do that. So let me see. I believe there should be a. Oh, I remember fucking Forward. Fucking Forward was a very good direct. What do we have here? Decide character. Oh, cool. I should probably put it in like recent. Actually, I feel like that will work better. Maybe. I don't know. Let's do that. Yeah, I forgot. Tubby Night Funkin' was getting an update as well. Same thing with like Wii Funkin' and stuff. That was freaking peak. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. Let me just do this. Gearless. Okay, here we go. Yippee! The 37 songs? Alright. Okay. Alright. It's gonna be what's 37 songs? Like about, yeah, about like an hour and a half, 45 minutes. Alright. Let's get her done. Fuck Dizzle. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I wish I was able to play it myself, but I believe my dad is using the laptop I already used, so can't really do that. Can't really do that now, can I? Now, okay, yeah, an hour and 40 minutes, I believe. Yeah, okay, that should be good. All right, man. Shut up. Shut up. Ah, what? Well, I can't say spoilers. Whatever. All right, let's do this. Hopefully the audio is. Hopefully the audio is good on, I guess, y'all's end, because y'all are the ones that are supposed to be hearing it. What am I simply doing? All right, anyway, let's get her done. Oh, hold on. Okay, you know what? Okay, that was actually a very solid start. I'm not gonna lie. That one was probably a B tier for me. I think that one was very smooth. I like that one. I believe the song itself, or at least the, I guess, retake. I believe it's based on the test song you would have, or you would just, I guess, it's for testing stuff. But like, in terms of remaking that song specifically, they did a very well done job. Like, grammar, they did a very well done. They did good. All right. This song was a very good start. I really liked the vocals. I feel like they meshed well together. Now, at first, I thought I wasn't gonna be a fan of you know, the I guess test boyfriend vocal. I don't know how to explain that, but no, they actually amped it up, and made him sound way better than what I thought it would be. He actually sounds freaking well done is gonna be the tagline for this, isn't it? But the, like the instrumental was also very smooth. I really like the pacing as well. I feel like they actually, I guess, I could go, well, nah, I feel like it's gonna be unnecessary. But like, I could compare it to that. I'm not going to. But I feel like the pacing was very, very well done here in terms of like switching back and forth through like, the actual test song and then putting it, into their retake. They did that part extremely well. Mixing was very solid. I feel like both were very, well heard, and the instrumental wasn't as loud or too soft to where I could actually, vibe to it. Like this song is very solid. I feel like this song is a very good start. That was nice. I really liked it. That was pretty good. just a huge dude in the background. What the freak? We love that goober, bro. Hard style, yes sir. I love hard style. I think this is it. I mean, it sounds similar. Nice poses, nice all poses over there. Oh, what the? Oh! Okay, now that's nice. I like that. That was good. Okay. Okay, you know what? Very judgmental, but at first it was okay. Like I was like, I couldn't get I was like, I couldn't get I don't know, beat. I couldn't get what the beat was going for. But when I heard that, I guess similar to hard style, and that little, yeah, I was like, what the, whoa. So I can't really put it in A tier because besides those two parts, that was a bit confusing. But it was definitely better than Remnants because oh my god, ugh, that was nasty. That was hard. I like that. I really do. If it wasn't for, I guess, what the freak was that? Oh, if it wasn't for the rest, not rest, but if it wasn't for the, you know, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for those specific parts to where I couldn't understand what it was going for, it probably would be an A. But oh my god, that was good. I like that one. We may continue. Shh. I forgot to say, but I really love the editing, I guess, or transitions and animate. Like, I really love how much effort they put um, towards that department. Because when I seen the trailer, I was like, what the? For a mod based on scrap stuff, so I was expecting I wasn't expecting much in terms of like art and animation, but they really did well in terms of like trailers and editing and transition. They did freaking amazing with that. This shows they took their time. Like, they definitely took a long time to make this. I was like, but yeah, we may continue. It reminds me of like base game or Sugar Moon editing. All right, we'll continue. Hmm. Hold on now. Jesus, I love the transitions. That song was okay, I guess. It was alright. I really like the intro though. The voice acting for Girlfriend, I know it sounds like a filter, but I like it. It's pretty nice. Now, in terms of the song itself, the intro was very good. When they started ramping it up, it kind of felt off it kind of felt off sounding. Same thing, like I guess, with the problem with Remnants Erect was that I couldn't understand what the song was going for or what the beat was. Like it's more apparent here. I couldn't understand it, but when the lyrics section came in, like the little lyric part, I feel like the lyrics were pretty alright. Like in terms, like the singing was pretty good, I guess, it's kinda. And boyfriend sounded good there too. Like instrumental was popping off right there. But like in terms of the song itself, it's okay. I wouldn't. I feel like the best tutorial would go to D sides, as of right now, of course. But it was pretty cool, I'd say. I don't think it was that bad, but it was all right. My back is killing me. I need to sit down, but I can't. Hmm. Ah, oh, my fingers. Anyways, whoops, wrong song. This song, got the way. Meow, got the way. Anyway, Bo Bebo was pretty good. Remix, peak. Now, I'm usually not a fan of when, I guess, Dee gets extra notes in terms of like Bo Peep remixes. Like not ones like in D sides where it's like it like sounds like a completely different song. Like it has stuff from the song, but they flip it in almost entirely to where I'm like, oh, all right. But in terms of like this one, they didn't really change much. They made it sound cleaner and more fresh. I'll say it like that. It sounds much like an updated version, which is a very good thing in my opinion. But I'm not really a big fan of how Daddy Dearest sounds in the song. I think that's the only issue though. The only issue is I don't really like Daddy Dearest in the song per se. Boyfriend sounded good in my opinion. He has some great melodies in the song, and I really like the added melodies into it. It actually feels more smooth and more complete. And the instrumental was such a vibe the entire time. I'm not gonna lie, the instrumental was very good. So Bobby Bill deserves my respects, bro. And also the fact that Bobby was my sister's favorite like OG bass game song. I might have to show this to her actually. I look at my show that, but we'll continue. Jesus Lord. Oh, I like it already. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Freshy, B tier as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That instrumental was awesome. Frick, they did well in that department. In terms of vocals, good too. They actually made Daddy Dearest sound very well done in here. Actually, I prefer him here than in Bokibo, bro. Like I said, I usually don't really like when Daddy Dearest gets, I guess, extra notes in terms of like remixes. That sound closer to the original. Like in this one though, they did their Thug Dizzle. He actually sounds pretty nice. Now, in terms of, I don't know, I feel like the rapping part from the lyric section of the song, I feel like it wasn't really needed. Like I don't know, it just kind of toned down the song for me. I really didn't vibe with it like that. In terms of the instrumental, solid. But in terms of like just the lyrics, it's not lyrics. Lyrics are just the song. But in terms of it being added here, it's meh. I don't really know why they did that. But I mean, besides that, this song is pretty good. I just didn't really feel like that was needed per se. Not at all. But uh, also hello there, my boy. I didn't even say. Well, it makes sense because I didn't even check the chat in a while. But besides that, yeah, I don't really feel like the lyrics were needed. Besides that, good song. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Even it of a fixer up. Anyway. All right, dad battle. Let's see. bruh.
Now self-loading.
God. Oh my God. What the? Oh my. What the? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Nah. 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 That was the best song. So. That was amazing. I really like that. Like they took his. They like I said for D sides. They took the rock star superstar aesthetic of dad metal of Daddy Dearest and made it so much better. This song was awesome. I really like how they handled Dad Battle, bro. I really like the slow, like anticipated almost kind of rock and roll. That was amazing. Oh, I like that. That was smooth. And then bro, I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, but the way they incorporate the rock star aesthetic of Daddy Dearest is so good. D-Sides did it well, and now Remnant is doing it well. That's why it's the best song in this mod so far. God, that was good. I'm probably gonna have to replay that. I low key might replay that. That was actually freaking amazing. That was pretty good. Pretty dang good. Anyway, that was awesome. I like that. All right, now with the spooky kids here. Spookies was the best song in D side, so we'll see if that, well, not best song in D sides, period, but the best song in the week. Let me say it like that, because the best song in D sides is Bland for me. But the best song in D sides for Spooky Kids was Spooky, so we'll see if it holds up to that. Holds up in this one too. Yeah. Yippee! Is that Spooky's idol? Wait, is that different? Yeah, it is. I know it's based on scrap content, so I'm assuming this is, I guess, the old like version of those sprites. They look pretty nice, honestly. Hmm. Shut up. Okay, that was pretty solid, I would say. That was pretty nice. Let me see. I put it in probably probably B tier. I'd say it's better than. Wait, no. Flip that. Okay. I feel like it would go there. No, no. Yeah, that's good enough. I feel like it would go there. In terms of Spookies itself, it was a good remix. I like it. It's pretty nice. But like, I am glad they incorporated the more, I guess, South X vibe to it. I feel like it works pretty well there. Excuse me. But in terms of the song itself, it was pretty nice. I do like the voice line BF has there. It's pretty funny. Also, I was not expecting to use the Saruki BF chromatic. I didn't even know that was it. I didn't even notice it at first, which is I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but whatever. In terms of the song, that was a pretty smooth ride. I feel like Skin and Pump sounded pretty alright. Same thing with Boyfriend. That instrumental though, that instrumental is pretty dang good. Alright. Let me actually gonna check something real quick, be right back. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Keep pressing Chrome. I'm not supposed. Whatever was good. Gotta make a statement. Yippee! Was good. I'm happy. Nice. That was definitely a better version of South than Deards, but that was honestly pretty solid. I'd probably say it's probably right here. South was pretty nice. I like I said, I do like how they incorporate trap into this. It actually, sounded like a remix of South, and I really adore it for that. Spookies. Spooky Kids sounded pretty nice in this song. They actually sound really well. Same thing with Boyfriend. I feel like his melodies really do make the song more engaging and more fun. You know what I mean? But I know the instrumental was freaking awesome. I don't know why, but I felt like there was a more ambient sounding like parts to this. Like it felt like it felt like a South remix, but I also felt like it was more ambient and kind of like it was like leading up to the spooky. Like it was leading up to Monster, which I feel like was a really good way to do it. So in terms of that, they did really awesome. I feel like they did well in terms of that. But we may move on to Monster. Hopefully I'm assuming the lyrics are going to be the same. Same thing with like the voice acting. I'm assuming it's going to be just the same thing. But I mean, we can hope. That was actually pretty good, honestly. Thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what was like scrapped there. I wonder, was the whole lyric section like made by the Funkin' Remnants team, or was it like scrapped, unused stuff? 'Cause I'm not sure. But in terms of the song, that was actually a pretty freaking great song. Probably gonna put it over Spooky's here. That was probably one of the best Monster remixes I've ever heard in my life, in my opinion. Now, cause in my, mom. I'm a little mom. Anyway, now in terms of Monster lyrics, very good. I can't really call it singing, can I? But I mean, in terms of voice acting, very well done. And actually sounds much like the OG Monster, which is like I'm still confused by. Is it supposed like is that unused lyrics or scrapped lyrics, or is that like made by the Funkin' Remnants team though? Like I know. I think Flippy explained. I think he's like that's why I'm wondering because it sounds like it was made by the Funkin' Remnants team, but yeah, well, I would love to know. But in terms of lyrics, very good. In terms of the instrumental, very catchy. I really, really love the intro. The intro was so menacing. I really loved it. And then to turn into like goofy like it's like a goofy villain, bro, a goofy horror guy, bro. Sure, he wants to just eat your just eat your flesh, but he's gonna serenade you before doing that. You know what I mean? He's gonna have a little fun. He wants to have a little fun with his peeps, you know. But that song was pretty dang good. It was pretty solid. One of the best remixes I ever heard. Pico, I hope this week is good. Because Pico probably has my favorite week, and he also has my favorite direct mix, which is Bland. But like, come on, man, I'm expecting peak here. Why does he have a mic inside of his gun? Is that kind of glad they removed that because what was that for? Why, what was there a need for that? Not bad. Oh yeah, by the way, special thanks to Flippy FNF, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but since my dad's using the laptop I was gonna use for playing these mods, I'm watching Flippy's video, so shout out to him. Or they. Now solid. I'd say it's pretty solid. I'd probably put it probably right here. Pico was honestly pretty nice. I really like the 808. That 808 in the background. I really like that. I think you all heard me humming it in the song, but whatever. I really like that, but I don't know why. It's very subtle, but when I caught it, I was in love. Now, in terms of the song itself, really solid remix, honestly, really solid retake. Pico sounded very good here. You know, it's mostly his melodies in the original, but you know, with more oomph. You know, more vibes, more catchiness. You know what I mean? More uniqueness to it. Same thing with Boyfriend. I think he was sounded very well in this one too. Same thing, like I said before, it's melodies in the song, but it's more, you know, it's more oomph, more powerful, more alternative. I keep saying these words wrong. Freak you. Anyway, we're moving on to the next one. The next. Why did I press? I didn't even press. How? Alright, whatever. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I was actually. All right. That one was an A tier. Really enjoyed that. I got a bit confused on the little hard style section because BF had this weird effect on his voice or filter that did not sound good. It sounded weird. It sounded so screechy, almost like it was trying to freaking break my ears. I mean, besides that, the song was freaking awesome. I honestly liked it. It was pretty solid. Like, bro, Philly Nice, bro. You were good on. You were the best song in Spooky Mix. Why are you almost the best song in Funkin' Remnants too, bro? What are you doing? Stay back. This song was pretty nice. I really enjoyed it. Pico sounded his best here, of course. Well, so far. We haven't even gotten to Bland yet, but he sounded his best there. You know, I feel like his melodies really do amp up the song a bit to make it sound more entertaining. And did I say entertaining? I meant to say like ecstatic or the frick is that word? Like not high stakes, but like it's very high energy. Like you know what I mean? Like it's bumping. Energetic is what I was. There it is. Energetic. I was going for energetic. Like the song has very. It's a very energetic vibe, and it's very fast paced, and I really love that. Plus the hard style. Come on, bro. You gotta love it. It's peak. It's peak. Same thing with Boyfriend, by the way. Boyfriend sounded his best there, besides the little effect in his. Well, I can't say that. I was probably gonna put it in A tier anyway, but that was kind of weird. The way they put it in his voice kind of just sounded off. But whatever. It's not my song. I didn't make it. But this song, well done, bro. That was a boppery. I like that. Shh, not yet. That was a boppery. I like me likey. Another A tier. Not really. I don't think it's over really nice, but it was definitely a good. I was gonna say, it kind of almost sounded like Dad Battle with the rock and roll, kind of. That's what it kind of sounded like. To 20%, of course. But honestly, that was a freaking good one. I wouldn't say it's the best blend remix, in my opinion, but it definitely was a solid attempt. It was a solid one. And I say it like it's a bad thing. It's pretty dang good. I really like Pico in this. I really feel like Pico in all three of these songs just made it sound more so like an actual rap battle. Because like his atonals, I believe they're atonals. I don't think they're actually like chromatics, but in terms of like his atonals, like I feel like they really actually sound like he's rapping, and which is the entire point. I'm glad they use that more here to where it sounded like he's actually rapping, and I really love it for that. Now with Boyfriend, like it's like Pico is rapping and Boyfriend is singing, and it just meshes together like macaroni and cheese and chicken tenders, bro. Like freaking burgers and French fries, bro. Chocolate and vanilla, bro. Like they mesh together so well. I'm using food. I'm fat, but whatever. Like Bland is really good. I really like that remix. That was pretty solid. I like Eat Me, bro. Freaking sound like Beyonce. Sound like a whole love song from the 1990s, bro. Sound like some Beyonce freaking Carrie Hilson. What was her name? I don't read the Franklin. The Franklin's other one's name. Like some Gladys and well, CC Winans, I guess. Like those people. I mess with it. I feel like she does fit that kind of aesthetic though, to be kind of like those. Anyway, let's move on. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad those sprites, well at least those two poses, kind of scrap. They're not the best. I mean, this isn't really for art per se, but I mean, I can still say that. It's not really the best looking ones, but whatever. Nice. I have noticed though, girlfriend has been changing colors for some reason. Whatever. That song was pretty dang good. Let me see. I'd probably put it right here. Should probably switch some stuff a bit. Let's see. Actually, no. Yeah, I feel like that works. Honestly, Satan Penny was. I hate saying that name. That SP, pretty good start. I really love the melodies from SP in general. I really love them. They're so smooth. Like they just feel like a 2000s R&B singer, like kind of vibe. Like bro, it's so good. Like something freaking would hear some like Joe or Usher would sing in like the 1990s, bro. Like some early 2000s stuff. Like you know what I mean? So good. And then Mommy Miras's voice is so. I mean, I'm not sure if it's underrated, but it's definitely underutilized. I feel like Mommy Miras would like fit in so many songs. I feel like she's such like an underutilized character in the FNF community. I feel like she needs to be used more because bro, her voice could work for so much stuff. Like bro, like I feel like she would work in songs like maybe like Come Out to Play, where she could be like sampled by she could be sampled by like maybe a 30, 40 year old like R&B singer or something. What's a good example? Mm, I feel like maybe I was gonna say Dolly Parton. But dang, what could work for her? I feel like like a gritty, like almost like powerful, like maybe Fantasia, maybe like she sounds like that kind of thing, where like some like powerful singers, like Fantasia and maybe Aretha Franklin, like someone in the R&B stuff that has like a powerful, gritty, like good like sounding voice. I feel like that would work for her. But in terms of this song, she sounds very good. Her added melodies along with her main melodies in the OG song really I keep saying this, but they really mesh together so well. Like it just sounds like a 2000 song, and I love it for that, bro. Why is she not in more stuff? I need to see her in stuff besides I don't know freaking I don't know SpongeBob parodies. That's like the only mod that I know that has Mommy Dearest in it. Like that's the only thing I can, or at least the one I can think of currently. But like in terms of this song, she sounded very good. The instrumental was very catchy, such a vibe. You know what I mean? I really love how much they use like the older instruments, like like I really love the drums in this song. I love the I don't think I think there's a like some few synths in there. Like it sounds very good. It sounds like retrospect. Did I say that word right? It sounds very much like retrospect. I think I'm saying that right. Like like those CDs, like those like freaking CDs and boom boxes and whatnot on the radio, bro. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Even though I was born in freaking I don't know later 2000s, you understand what I mean? Mid 2000s. Well, like that I feel like she really sounded well in this. The instrumental sounded very good. Boyfriend sounded very good too. Like he sounds very well. I don't want to keep saying the same things, but it's like they mesh together so well. Like bro, I just I can't not say it, right? Like it fits them, you know? Like they go together. Like they go together like Neapolitan ice cream, bro. They go together like churros with chocolate, bro. They go together like French toast and syrup, bro. I don't know how I can't not say anything else besides that. They sound so well together. I feel like they would work in duets so many times.
Like, bro, why is Mama Mirrors not in your mods? Why? I need it. Besides remix mods, of course. I need it. Please. Anyway, enough of those tangents. Let's move on. There's literally like a whole another hour to get of this. Move on. Oh, that caught me off guard. Wait, hold on. Let me rewind this. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's okay, but definitely one I would not listen to again. Mostly because of Boyfriend. He does not sound good in the song, honestly. Yeah, that the chromatic changes, I think. Like it sounds like the chromatic is changing. I'm not a big fan of that. Like, first of all, that first chromatic, excuse me. I hope that wasn't like a whole different chromatic. Like, I hope that was the same one they were using. But like, it sounds like the chromatics change. Like the one that heard first sounded very off. It sounded not like Boyfriend at all. It sounded weird and too deep. I didn't like that. I don't know. It sounded very weird, and I did not like that. But like as the song went on, it just felt like BF downgraded. Like B, like BF sounds bad. I wish I didn't say that, but it does. It doesn't sound great at all. I'm not a big fan of Boyfriend in this song. In terms of the instrumental in Mommy Mirrors, though, those two are pretty good. All right. I just wish Boyfriend sounded good. The instrumental itself is pretty nice sounding. I just felt like it just felt like it downgraded along with it when the vocals were just not that great. It kind of downgraded with it itself. Like like the instrumental probably by itself would probably go in B tier, probably between Pico and South maybe. But yeah, and in terms of the vocals, Mommy Mirror sounds good though. Don't get me wrong. She's probably she no, never mind. I was gonna say she was gonna probably be the best part of the song. It's probably that would go to the instrumental, but she sounds good in here. She actually, still sounds like herself. She still has that 2000s R&B singer vibe to her. I really love that. Please keep that. Don't change it. Um, she sounds very well in the song. I really like her high notes. But Boyfriend, why do you sound like that? What's wrong with you? Why did you change up your voice, bro? Stop changing, bro. Go back. back to your regular self, gang. What are you doing? Do that, please. Let me go check something real quick. Oh, okay, I thought I missed something. Whoa, leaking. We don't like that around here. Whoa. Let me not check those. Well, I can check these. Oh, okay. Can't do that right now. But almost freaking. Whoa. Whoa. Can't do that. Whew. I'm gonna have to check those pings on my own time, gang. Leaking. We don't condone that. Anyway. Time for MILF. I'm not gonna say that because I think they know like that. Way better. Thank you. I was gonna say, if he sounds like how he did in High the entire this whole third song, I was probably gonna just Yeetus McCleese outside that window right next to me. But thank God it doesn't. I'm glad he sounds normal. I really like this. Oh yeah, that was nice. I like that. That was good. That was good. That was peak. I liked it. Bro. No, I don't want to talk about no Under Armour. Oh, whoops. Anyway. No, that was good. Oh my, that was nice. That was peak. Let me see. I would probably put it just right there. That was actually a very big step up from High and Satan Hands, bro. That was very good. Really well done. Really loved it. Oh my God, Mommy Nearest her melodies were outstanding. Oh my Lord, bro. And then Boyfriend actually sounded good that time. He didn't sound like some freaking messed up gibberish, yo. What the world was that? I'm still on that, bro. Why? Yeah, he sounded very good there. I really like that. That instrumental was also something else as well. That hard style, I will hum in y'all's ears till I can't no more. How about that? And in this echoey all room, bro, you about to hear me for the rest of y'all lives, bro. I'm just not gonna be leaving y'all ears, gang. You're just gonna hear me whispering, bro. Like, bro, I'm just gonna be freaking in your ears, bro, annoying you till you die. Anyway, we'll move on now. MILF was such a step up, such a vibe, such a catchy experience the whole way through, having me on my freaking toesy toes, bro. That crap was freaking edge of your seat type songs, bro. You just had to. I know when they started playing that, your fingers just started freaking hurtling over those bro. Freaking in the Olympics, bro. They thought they was in the Olympics for those hurdles, bro. Trying to do the freaking sand jumps game, just doing all that crap, bro. Song was awesome. Amazing. Good work. Good job. Love you. You're welcome.
Speedless.
Ha! Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I just want. I'm taking this time to do so. Graffiti grooving, one of my favorite mods, bro. I'm taking my time because I heard that. What you thought I was gonna catch that? All that did was remind me of graffiti grooving, bro. Their menu music. Boy, you thought I was gonna? Alright. Don't let me diss one of my favorite mods like that. Freak. Nice. That was pretty slow. Okay. Oh Lord. Oh. Yippee. All right, I'm gonna be right back real quick, and I'll rank that part.
Okay, so I'm gonna probably decide to end it here for now, mostly because I have, my dad just came home and trying to make sure, there's not a lot of background noise. So I'm probably gonna end stream and continue this probably another time, most likely either tonight or tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then, and we'll continue this Funkin' Remnants, and then we'll move on to Cartoon Cat, and then maybe even suggestions. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching, if you even watched to begin with. And I'll see you next time, most likely tonight or tomorrow. See ya.